gentlemen, boys and berries, welcome to the MagicBrad Show here at the World Nerf Center headquarters of the Magic Lounge at an undisclosed location in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Here's what I used to do. Well, hang on a sec, hang on. I did this for my friend Bo. One sec here, one sec. Oh, that fell down. I'm back, hang on. Here's what I used to do with my friend Bo, the private club. Okay, I'm just being kind of goofy, but I've wanted to have a private club. I'm going to have my own private club someday. So here's what I'm going to talk about. And if you're watching this on YouTube, if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, because this is being broadcast now, StreamYard, through Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and that's it. And then if you could give me a thumbs up on the video on YouTube if you could, and if you want to see more videos, click that little ding-ling-ling notification bell. Do I have a bell on here? I gotta have a bell on here. I don't have a bell. That sounds like a bell. So once again, this is the MagicBrad Show. It used to be called Synergy Cafe. This is what it used to look like. It still does. Synergy Cafe. But I rebranded it to the MagicBrad Show. So that's the story, Morning Glory. So I'm going to talk a little bit about old school versus new tech. Now, old school is back in my day. I'm 63, almost 64 years old. So I remember when the TV used to shut off at midnight. It used to shut it off at midnight. And there wasn't 200 channels. There was channel 2, 4, 5, 9, and 11. That's pretty much it. So, oh, I got a friend here. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? It's Omar. Omar says, "Great gag." Oh, you must be talking about my private club thing. Yes. So, the way that it used to be done was physical stuff, like the U.S. Postal Service. They would deliver the mail through rain, nor sleet, nor even snow. And they used to deliver things like that. Now it's done through the internet. Send an email, there's your letter. And it gets lost. There's a plethora of email. There's so much information going on that I kind of like the old school way of doing things. That's why Amazon, I think, has become popular, is because they are just a platform, basically a middleman between someone that buys something and someone that sells something. And it just seems like it's an easier way of doing things than the way things are happening now. And here's why. I think that everything is saturated. If you think about it, I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I don't know what our population is, but it used to be just people around there I get to know in the community, pretty much your city, your neighborhood, your city, your county. It gets into be more your region. And you got to know people. Now, it's everybody on the planet is there. And here's what happened with the event industry. I still am in the event industry, but what happened as soon as COVID came along was people were reluctant before COVID to get on a Zoom call. I don't know if I want to show my face. But then all of a sudden the ability to go to a coffee shop or go to a restaurant or go see a friend somewhere, you got to wear a mask. You can't connect because we're all scared of being infected with a COVID virus. And people learned how to do Zoom. So now there's a lot of people Zooming. So what's happened with that, because there's a limited amount of hours in a day, there's thousands of people competing for that time window. So it's really hard these days, at least in my opinion, it's hard to be noticed because I'm competing with other people like Joe Rogan and Gary Vaynerchuk and Grant Cardone and Russell Brunson and Donald Trump. All these other people that are on the internet doing things. I'm competing with them to be noticed. Who we got here? Bucket List Coach. I know who that is. Some of you don't know what it is, but the Bucket List Coach Travel and Tours. This is my friend Cindy, the connector. Good morning. So Cindy and I are actually in a common platform. I'm going to throw it up here so you can know what it is. It's called mailboxpower.com/MagicBrad. And what mailboxpower.com/MagicBrad is it's a platform for people to use physical mail, physical postcards, like mailing a postcard to someone, which I think has more longevity than an email. If you think about it, an email comes in, you look at it, you glance at it. Do you actually read it and consume it? Not always. It gets lost. There's so much. I mean, I get email coming in constantly. I can even check I've already emptied my email before this, and I've already got 6 more emails in my inbox. I don't know what they are. They're just people pushing stuff on me. And the thing is with technology is those are not necessarily read and consumed. They're just there. And as far as the open rate, it might say that it's open, but I haven't opened it. I might look at it, glance at it, but it doesn't mean I actually consumed it. I didn't really. So the thing is with open rates on technology and email these days, same with like views. Here's an example. It shows right now in here in my upper left of my screen that one person gave me a thumbs up and there's one person watching right now. I believe there's 2 people watching right now, Cindy and Omar. So here's Cindy Lee. Cindy Lee. Oh, she's giving me some support. Appreciate that, Cindy. Cindy is a wonderful connector. She's bringing people together. She's in the travel industry, which that's had an impact, the travel world. But Cindy's out in California if you're looking to travel. I do believe she's also involved with the surf community down there in Huntington Beach. I know, who's his name? He's a MMA fighter, the Huntington Beach bad boy, Ortiz. I can't remember his first name. Anyways, I digress. So there's the challenge with the internet these days is it's become very saturated. And then there's all this regulation. I was just listening to a thing yesterday, how Facebook wants to govern communication and be the one that's deciding whether what people say, whether it's hate speech or freedom of speech, or Facebook wants to be in control of that, which is very interesting. I mean, I don't want a bunch of crap on my Facebook feed or on Facebook. I think all that craziness about hurting people and all that, it shouldn't be propagated. But are you supposed to limit their speech, because that goes down what they call a slippery slope. Oh, Cindy Lee gave us a little a stock tip. I don't know that Cindy's a stock expert, but it makes sense. Great time to invest in Carnival stock. I'm assuming you mean the cruise lines and not the circus. But I think carnivals will come back too once this COVID stuff opens up. Maybe it is a good time to invest in carnivals and festivals and fairs and live events. Yeah, I'm sure Carnival's going to get rocking. Thanks for that tip. So that's what's happening with this internet thing. It's pretty interesting. I just had another conversation with a guy that is into the tech thing and understands it. He's a self-proclaimed geek. Geek used to be an insult. Now it's a compliment. So someone that can get through all this stuff. It's kind of crazy. So that's what's happening with a lot of this internet-based stuff. And this is a sidebar thing I wanted to show you. I had an interview. The internet is fascinating to me. You can connect with people all over the world in real time, face-to-face like this. Like I'm communicating with Cindy and with Omar here. And this morning I had an interview with a guy over in the Netherlands. He is a craftsman that makes violins, handmade violins. And I shared with him this little coin box, this magic coin box that I made. My wife bought me a lathe for Christmas. So I hand turned this little coin box. It holds silver dollars, and magicians do magic tricks with these little boxes like this. And then I've got another one that I made that's actually smaller. It holds 50-cent pieces. Same kind of vibe. And then how shiny that is. So it's interesting. I bring that up because him and I shared some commonality in the woodworking world. And he's on the other side of the planet, way over there in the Netherlands. And he makes violins, not violence, violins, the musical instrument. So he does believe in violins. So I don't like to do these too long because I'm sure you people have things to do, places to go, and things to connect with, because we are limited with 24 hours in a day. And you probably got other podcasts to get on and learn, absorb other information. So I'm going to sign this off. I just wanted to throw out my 2 cents on the old school versus technology. Personally, all the likes and the views and the clicks, I would like to convert them into smiles, handshakes, and hugs in the real world. I would love to be able to work with people to do live in-person masterminds and retreats. I've got a connection in Costa Rica. We were developing an event center down there in southern Costa Rica where people can kind of get away from the rat race and go and hide in the jungle and mastermind ideas. So that's something I'm putting together. I've also got this other thing here. I welcome you to be a member of, where is it? Here it is. The Synergy Collaborative. The Synergy Collaborative is, I've expanded it. It's basically a group of groups. It's a membership of memberships. It's an association of associations and a community of communities. So I used to use it specifically for the event industry, and people that were members of the organization got complimentary booth spaces at the Event Planners Expo. And because I've stepped more into this global thing, I used to be very much about local. Step more into the global thing. I'm expanding this and developing it. So if anybody is interested in being part of this mastermind group of developing this and creating live events, moving the online chatter back into real life activity, person to person, people to people, and using technology, but not buried in technology. So if you want to know more about me, you can go to MagicBrad.com. Other than that, I'm going to sign this off. Peace, love, and happiness. I appreciate you taking your valuable time to spend with me, listening to what I had to say. If you can like, comment, and share this information out so other people can see it. And I am a collaborator. I'm more of an advocate of cooperation versus competition. I don't think competition works. It only works in sports where there's actually a goal. If you are competing, I think it's an old way. We're now living in the age of Aquarius, more collaboration and nurturing, not so much conquering. Okay, I could ramble on all day, especially if I had someone to talk to. Where are you? Okay, peace, love, and happiness. MagicBrad signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be well, be good, be safe, be nice, be kind. See you later.